Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your...
What's going on, everybody? CTK here, back with another video. I just want to check in with y'all. Hopefully y'all are having a happy New Year's. Hopefully these past few days have been good to you. I'm gonna do a little year-end review. I just want to talk about the year-end review, a little bit about myself, more so about you, and what is going to change or stay the same, and more so be reinforced starting this year and onward, going into 2025, coming out of 2024. Like, is the main thing. How was your progress from last year to the end of last year, going into this year? Did something change? How did you change? Physically, mentally, spiritually, if you have a spiritual connection that you're working on. I know for me, I've grown a lot mentally. I haven't grown much physically, though I've gotten stronger. But as far as mentally, I would say that it was a bigger increase as far as maintaining a focus on priorities. That's a lot of us struggle with. I struggled with that for a long time. I mean, even these past few months, I wasn't managing my time well. A lot of time mismanagement. Especially with school. I don't know if I told y'all this before, but I'm in school, so getting my master's. But finishing up my bachelor's and then going into my master's. So that's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a few years. But it is what it is. Can't complain about my plate being full, cause I wanna eat. So I'm tackling that head on, just trying to reinforce the priorities of taking that and maximizing the resources available to me to be the best I can be and get that done as soon as possible with maximum efficiency, but not tiring myself out in the process, because your mental health is also something to take heed of. Especially as young people, we see our peers on social media living their best life, so to speak, doing things we wish we could do, but we're not in a position to do so financially, or just where you are as far as your environment. Even if you have the financial resources, it's not an environment that you can put those resources to the best use. Maybe you got family you gotta take care of. Maybe you got bills that you need to take care of. So I guess that could tie into the overall financial discrepancy. However, maybe you need to change your environment. Maybe that would help you better manage your finances. For me, it's digging out of the whole process, because I put myself in a financial hole that I gotta dig myself out of, but that was because of immaturity years back that I'm paying for now, which is fine. I've taken that head on, and I still am, and I'm taking care of the necessary resources, or I'm using the necessary resources to take care of that problem. That's another thing. How are you managing the people around you? Are you using them to your best abilities? And when I say use, it's exactly that. It's just the connotation we give to it. You're using it in a positive sense because they make themselves available to you. Let's say you have parents. God bless you if you have parents who care about you, who love you and want the best for you. That's hard to come by. The type of parents who, yes, they bust their ass for you, and you appreciate that as an honorable child. You know what I'm saying? Not this real nigga, real ass bitch, all that bullshit. Like, everybody has their own definition of that to where it's skewed. You can't have your own definition of honor. You either have it or you don't. You're either that or you're not. You can't fake that shit. All the money in the world can't unlame you. Once a lame, always a lame. You can try to change it, but if that was already in you, money ain't gonna change that. Same shit here. If you're not appreciative of good people in your life, you will not appreciate them until maybe something forces you to appreciate them. And even then, it ain't gonna be the same because you're forced to do so, even with me to a small extent. Where I have my parents who are willing to help me out, but pride, they told me they weren't going to do that before, and to where I'm at now, where I've accepted my decisions, and I know that I'm the reason I'm in this position in the first place. to where they've seen me grow and mature for the past year and a half, 2 years, to where they are expressing to me their desire to help me, but it's more so, damn, I already got this far on my own because I had to. Now I want to get it out. I want to get out of this hole on my own. I appreciate the help. I appreciate it because my parents, you see the maturity that I've acquired over these few years, but I do want to take this. I won't appreciate it as much if I get help than if I do it solo dolo. But the problem with that is you can't do everything alone. That's where I fell into that trap. And a lot of I'm gonna use depression for a better term, but I was overwhelmed a lot mentally, and it was on me because I didn't want to accept help. And a lot of us have that. We got this far on our own. When I finished the race, when I had to the finish line on our own, like we started. For me, it was I had no choice. But now I have the choice, and I'm carrying more responsibilities now. But it's managing. It's a work in progress. That's something that I'm continuing. I started that. I had a good foundation. 2024, going to 2025, I want to maintain that. So I told myself, success requires repetition, but the kind of repetition that is more calculated and more refined each time than the last repetition, because you're growing and maturing with each mistake. You lose till you win. A winner is a loser who tried one more time. I don't remember who said that. That's not my quote, but that quote stuck out to me because it's facts. So I'm carrying that mentality into 2025 with everything. Spirituality, mentally, physically. Those are very important. I'm becoming more emotionally aware, becoming more emotionally controlling. Because in hindsight's 2020, you see how you should have reacted to a certain situation where you could have de-escalated it or nipped that shit in the bud. But because you weren't in control of your emotions as well as you should have been, that led you to slip up and break frame. And I don't mean hold frame in a toxically masculine sense. Nonsense. Control yourself. Even when you sense that you're gonna say some shit that you really don't want to say, that you only say because you're angry. And I don't believe that whole when you say some shit out of anger, that's how you actually feel. No. Because I can say the same shit in a calmer tone, only difference is I'm angry. But I still feel the same way. It's me being honest. I could be honest in a calm sense as opposed to being angry. So I never understood that bullshit. I mean, I understood it to a degree. It's kind of like a drunk thing. A drunk whatever. Was a drunk mind speaks to sober heart or some shit like that. It's all contextual. It depends. I could be the same person. I could say the same shit and mean it sober as if I was, or sober as opposed to me being drunk. Same shit with being calm and collected as opposed to being angry and irritated and emotional. It's something that we all gotta work on, and I hope that you bring that mentality into 2025 because it's paramount, it's critical, and it's something that's gonna really help all of us on this journey to being our best selves, or at least better than we were before. Because I don't believe anybody is there. You can be your best self at that moment in time, but you're never going to be like your overall best self because you're always constantly growing and maturing. We're eternal, perpetual students of the game of learning and growing and being better, being more hospitable, being more understanding, being more considerate, being more appreciative, being more grateful, being more comfortable with ourselves, being more secure with ourselves, not letting shit get to you. If you know some bullshit ain't true, you're not gonna give it the time, you're not gonna give it energy to manifest itself and show physically by making you angry or damn near making you crash out. We don't do that. Something is nonsense, you're not gonna give it the time of day. You're not gonna care because you know who you are. You're secure in yourself. Yes, you have flaws. We all have flaws. I have flaws. Nobody's perfect. Nobody will be. But you understand that there's certain things you don't do, certain things you don't stand for, things that don't align with your personal ethics and morals. And if somebody says something that's not true, it don't matter. Think what you want. Cool. awesome. I couldn't care. That don't bother me. Being unbothered. If you were unbothered in 2024, carry that into this year and onward. If you had a focus, a drive, a determination to reach a certain goal, you're still on that goal. If you haven't reached it last year, carry that same drive, that same hunger, that same discipline, not motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is concrete. Keep that discipline going into this year and onward, because it's a great trait to have. A lot of people don't have it, and that's what's going to separate the winners from the losers, ultimately. Because the loser needs motivation more than the winner has discipline. Anyways, that's enough out of me. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If you agree with anything I had to say, if you don't, let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope y'all have a phenomenal new year, a peaceful, positive, and prosperous 2025 and onward on this journey to become the one. Peace.